must be Angie on the mic. The butter pea, honey, got the sugar, got the spice. Roll the L tight, keep the rhymes right. Yo, I just made this motherfucker up last night. And I'm the rookie on this all-star team. Me and Kim is getting cream, like Thelma and Louise, but on chrome. Never leave that Brooklyn shit alone. So if you say it's on, then it's on. Man,
It's always a delight to have you join me on the program Ladies Night right here on Independent Television. My name is Ameze Obaisiagbon. Yes, you can call me the Empress of the Airwaves. Obviously, we have an amazing topic to talk about today. And when I say we, I mean myself and my beautiful ladies who will be joining me on the program tonight. I've got very closely seated to me, Aize Urugide. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
You look amazing.
Thank you.
I must add.
Thank
I love
you.
the whole hair,
The new
hacking.
style.
Yes, it's gorgeous. Okay, and close to her, I have the ever-glowing C. White talking about Caroline Okonji. How are you doing?
I'm fine, but just on the low.
Last week you were on the low. This week you're on the low. Please, next week, be on the high.
I think for now, I just want to be there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I decide not to be on the low anymore.
Okay. And finally, I've got Mary Jane Agemume. How are you doing?
I'm very fine, thank you. How do you do?
I'm good, thanks. Thank you very much. All right, now we are going to be looking at, yes, on Ladies' Night, some people have accused us of always talking about marriage when most of us aren't even married yet. You don't have to be in that situation to have experience about that thing. You don't have to be in that situation to know how to talk about it. There are some experiences you gain from other people around you, and that's what makes someone who is well-read and, of course, someone who is intelligent. You can't just wait for things to happen to you before you can be able to talk about it. So that's why we will keep talking about things that have to do with marriage and the likes. So today on the program, we actually came across a post recently on social media where a young lady says she rejected a marriage proposal from a young man because she doesn't have a stable source of income. And to her, and of course her father, because she says her father won't even agree to give her out to a man when she doesn't have a job or at least a stable source of income. She says you have to have something doing so that you can add value to the man's life. Now, a lot of times we get to hear people saying he doesn't have money yet, that's why he hasn't gotten married. Now, we don't get to hear people say she doesn't even have any source of income, she's broke, or she doesn't have a job, she doesn't have anything doing, and so for that reason she can't get married. It's usually the men that we tend to see that kind of situation, that kind of scenario happening to. So it's really surprising hearing a young lady who probably all her mates are getting married, definitely, and I'm sure there must be pressure at home, because there's a certain age you get to and you get to hear your father or mother say, I've not seen anybody around you, or when are you bringing him home? You get to hear aunties, uncles, even your younger ones telling you, do and leave the house and all that stuff. So how can a young lady who obviously may be facing such pressure now see what she's looking for, or what everybody else is looking for, and then she says no because I don't have a job or I don't have a stable source of income, I can't get married to this man? For me personally, I see it as something good, but I want to hear from my guests on the program. I'll start off with Aize. Do you think there's an importance for a woman to have something she's doing before she should start off her life with another person?
Yes, I believe so. I believe it's very necessary and important because marriage is more of a partnership, a very, very committed partnership, and it's hard to partner with someone if you're not bringing anything to the table. It's quite unfortunate. You mentioned something that is usually the men that people put pressure on, like he's not doing anything, so that's why he hasn't gotten married. And it's unfortunate because in our society, people actually see marriage as a source of income. Because I've heard people say things like, when you get married now, he'll take care of you. As much as men are supposed to take care of their wives, but you don't want to be a liability to anyone. And if you're not doing anything, you don't have a stable source, you know, it's one thing to, you know, you're selling on Instagram or you're doing one or two things, but it's another thing to have something stable, something that you know that with this, I can raise a family. You know, what makes marriage beautiful to me is if each of you can individually raise a family with your source of income, with your experience, with your, you know, capacity on your own as a single person, you're capable of raising a family. Then when you partner with somebody else to make, like in terms of marriage, it becomes a beautiful thing. Nobody is, you know, I'm feeding you too much, or you're wasting my money, you know, oh, I'm the one bringing the food to this house, am I now the man? No, all those unnecessary quarrels that come up because of financial issues can be very, very much avoided if both parties have a stable source of income and, you know, something tangible that they're doing before they partner up in marriage. I strongly believe that that is necessary, and I second what she did. And I think I came across the post, you know, we discussed it a little bit before the program, and there was something I saw there where she mentioned that he stopped talking to her. So she did not particularly call up the relationship like, oh, I'm not doing anything, so get out of my life. She just said, I don't want to get married yet.
Well,
and then he stopped talking to her.
When someone asks, will you marry me, and you say no, I don't have a source of income, you indirectly said no. There's nothing like yet.
Well,
I feel the man was hurt that, okay, I have a job that can take care of myself, yourself, and eventually when we have kids, it will also take care of you and the kids. Now, if he has something doing that is enough to take care of both of you and your children, I don't really see why she couldn't just go ahead with it.
Well, she probably has set a goal for herself, and I don't think marriage should ever be a reason to not achieve your goals. And I think that if it's a situation where the man was the one who called off the relationship because she said no, then was he really sure that she was the best choice for him in the first place? Because he should have known that this person that I'm with is someone that has this kind of ideology. You should have known that she probably has set this goal for herself, except maybe they didn't talk to that extent. Then he should have at least tried to, you know, make her see reasons with the fact that he's capable of taking care of her, or maybe there's something they can start up together as a couple after marriage before going forward to propose. You can not just, you know, spring up a proposal. Let me use myself as you can't spring up a proposal on me out of the blues and expect me to just say yes because it's you. Hello, I have my own plans and goals and stuff. We have to come to an agreement before such a thing can happen. That's what I believe.
Okay, I think that's where the place of communication, whether you're married or not, whoever you're dating or whoever you are envisioning to be your life partner, you should have that level of communication where you guys already know this is what we want when we are together. It is what causes a lot of problems in marriages, because they did not get to discuss, they did not get to talk about it. Most people are even pretending. Maybe you mentioned one day that you don't like a particular thing and the man reacted, you just keep quiet and just when we marry you go change your mind. It will not work like that.
Exactly.
You have to talk these things out. Just know from now that this is how both of us reason. Let's know it down, and if it's something that we can work out, we can compromise on, fine. But if it's not, then just go your separate ways. It's better than getting into the marriage and living in a fact, I don't know what word to use, like, let me use the word bondage, because sometimes it can be like bondage when you guys keep quarreling up every day just because you don't understand each other. If you had done all the understanding before getting married, then it would be better for you. Now let's ask my other guest, Caroline. Do you agree with what this lady did? If you were in her position, you don't have a stable source of income. In fact, you don't have a job. Let's use that. Maybe your father and mother are still helping you out with food, transport, hair, clothes, and the likes. Would you accept a man's proposal? He has a job, he can definitely, comfortably take care of both of you and children if they come.
Okay, when he started talk, he made mention of so many things that is really common in the society that has to do with pressure from the mother, your brother, your sister, asking you when you're supposed to get married, when you're supposed to leave the house and all that. And again, in that story, the part where caught me is where she said her father gave her out for marriage because she's not financially stable. And I was wondering why would she be why I don't really want I don't know how to get that particular line where she's saying her father won't give her house in marriage because she is not financially stable.
I think it's something to do with their family.
No, I
Their
understand. I'm
parents
just
who
trying to like
don't-
picture the whole thing, like she making that statement. Is it that her marriage life is bent on that financial stability before the family can actually give her out? Well, it's a decision. If she is completely saying, I won't get married because I am not financially stable, to a large extent, I'll see reasons with her because I feel, okay, ideally, you're supposed to at least have something you can fall back to before getting married, so that when you eventually get married, both of you will just end up assisting each other and not the whole thing being one-sided, like you coming in as a liability, you want to come and eat, and at the end of the day, probably you overreact or you overdo things, and it begins to tell you, remember you came in here empty, so whatever you do, you should be conscious of it. You understand? So what I'm trying to say here is, her decision is a decision. She has a reason for saying that. But I feel like going there, okay, let's say, for some people who school, because I've heard or seen people who get married while they're still schooling, even though they don't have anything doing, their parents are the ones that foot the bill, and God decides to bless them with the man they love, and they say, okay, fine, let's get married. And he's financially buoyant enough to take care of you and the kids eventually if you start making babies. So would you say no because you're still schooling? And God already gave you that man you feel you're going to be comfortable with. But because you feel you want to finish your school, you want to start working before you get married, it's still a good thing because it's all about your decision. It's all about what you want for yourself, not what people want for you. Because some people might say, okay, like your family members might say, okay, wait until you're a graduate before you get married. And within you and the kind of man you're seeing around you, you don't want to miss this man because everything about you tells you that this is the right person for you. You can actually decide to get married to this person pending when you graduate. You can school from his house. Yes, and there are also other men out there that want to get married to you and establish you. Like, I have it. Just come home. I want you to be my wife and let's build the home together. Already the home has already been built by him. He just wants you to come in and probably enjoy some of the things he has and also establish you from it. So if she is saying she doesn't want to get married to that man because she's not financially stable, because from the statement, I think she's doing something, but not something that is really generating fun like that. So she just wants to be okay before she gets married. Let her not also forget that some men out there are scared of getting married to a wealthy woman. Some men, not all the men, like you get to hear, I don't know if you've ever heard guys say something like that they can't even approach a lady that has a car, that they can't even approach a lady that is wealthy. That is because they're already feeling intimidated by that woman's wealth. You understand? And so doing, you end up thinking that, okay, you can always give yourself that comfortable life you want because now you've attained that level of finance you want to attain for yourself. Not also considering the man's role in your life. Yes, you are there because you are there to assist as a woman. But don't also forget that he wants to also see reasons why you should say, okay, my wife is also demanding from me. Yes, he would want you to say, hey babe, I want to buy this. Can you just give me the money? You can also foot the bill. Not that you can't foot the bill, but he just wants you to also ask him. He wants to feel that position of a man in your life. You understand? So for me, I think basically what I'm going to say concerning this is it's a decision. But for the guy not talking with you anymore, it's also his decision. He wants marriage. You don't want marriage. So you want to keep him there waiting? Let me not say, let me not use a word that I'm not supposed to use, but the point is, you are not wicked. You can't keep him pending when you're comfortable or when you're good to go to say that I want to get married. Probably he's 40 and you're 20 something and he just want to get married to you and settle down. You want him to stay with for extra how many years you want to work? I don't think
the lady actually complained that.
No, I'm just saying.
She just mentioned it. To me, the way she wrote it, it didn't feel like she was really bothered that he wasn't talking. The only thing she said was, I hope he invites me for his own wedding.
Of course, she said so.
A part
That's
of me
the thing.
also feels that this lady wasn't even ready, because
At
yes,
least.
your father would not give you out if you don't have a stable source of income. But if, for instance, you want this marriage, you love this man that much to say, okay, this is the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. There are some times that you compromise, you forget about the values that you decided that, or the goals that you decided to achieve. There are times when you say, okay, it's what I've been saying I want to do, but because it's him, okay, I'll try and do something. I'll start looking for a job now. At least before we get married, I'll be able to get one. Or when we get married, I'll immediately get something. I don't think she even fought for it, which means she didn't value what they had as much. Personally, I would fight for it. I would make the effort to go around the entire Benin City looking for a job, just because I want to have a job before getting married.
But it's
Yeah, but
possible
she
that she was
wasn't
already
really-
doing that,
No,
you know?
For the man to
No,
stop talking to her, it means
it's-
she didn't even
it's-
talk to him and tell him, okay, let me try and be getting.
No, but it's possible that she actually did that, and he went like, just give me. It's possible she might have told him, because for her to get to that point where she's no longer bothered, it's possible she might have told him, okay, just give me 6 months or just give me a year. I'm waiting for so and so thing. Let it manifest.
Someone wants to get married right now. It's nothing like a year.
Well, it depends on
the.
this.
I'm done listening.
All right, Rachel,
Okay.
let's hear it from you.
Especially what I've heard from you, so honestly, the fact that we are working with is she said no because she wants a job before she gets
A stable
married.
source of income.
A stable, call it whatever you want. It's a job before she gets
It could be a
married.
business
There
too.
is nothing like she told the guy, wait for 6 months. Somebody that would tell the guy, I hope you invite me for your wedding, is not waiting for 6
At
months.
her.
She has given her a blessing for him to go and
To
get
go
anybody
to,
else.
yeah, it
If you
means
can't
that
wait,
it means that he
wait.
wasn't right for her.
If no, wait, if you can't, what she's saying is, if you can't wait for me to get my job, even if it's a year, this is not 6 months ultimatum, I want to put all in, then let me see if I'm going to get a job. No, this is, I'm going to get a job, the one of my dreams, probably the one with 6 figures. And then if you can't wait, you can go. Hopefully you invite me for your wedding.
Yeah.
And this lady, we are not talking about that it's wrong. It's expedient that you have a job before you, as a lady, or something you are doing. I would say something you are doing, because you talked about goals and achievements. Honestly, goals and achievements that are not feasible are total.
When you say you want to be in 2021, he can actually wait for you to try. And what if you fail?
So what if you now tell him, what if the situation is now, well, you want me to get married to you now, but just give me some time. I'm working on, for instance, I'm currently learning how to sew. And by the time I graduate, I want to start off my own fashion line, and then I start making some money from it. So when I make some money, as I've graduated and all of that, then I can start thinking of getting married. And then he tells you, is this sewing you want to sew? I will buy you sewing machines and open a shop for
Why
you.
do
You
you
can
feel like
employ
helping
people.
you with an
So what's the
insult?
difference in those two situations?
Wait, why do you feel like helping you?
No,
Somebody
what's
helping
the
you with an
difference in
insult?
those
No, wait,
two
wait, wait, wait.
situations?
You know, I used to
Wait,
think the way she's
please.
thinking.
Can I please?
And so I understand where she's coming
Please
from.
look at me.
MJ,
Why do you feel like, wait, why do you
MJ,
feel like, wait, no, wait.
MJ,
So
no.
go ahead.
Wait.
It's her own opinion.
True.
It's her own value. Let's respect
Yeah,
it.
point-
I respect it. Now let me tell you.
No,
you
Stop
are
trying to
trying
convince her
no,
not
don't
to.
see her.
No, point of correction
That's
though. I
it.
do not think
Okay.
someone helping you is an insult.
All right.
There is helping you with, okay, I will take you to a coach. He will teach you how to catwalk to, improve your chances of winning. There is helping you with, these are some questions that they could likely ask you on the day of the finale. Practice them. There is helping you with, do you have money for your dress? I could assist you with that. It's different from, come and take the title. Are you seeing the two different scenarios?
Someone is giving you money to start off your business. I don't feel unless he probably, you say what you want is to have a supermarket where you can sell everything possible. Now, he gives you the money and you go about searching for who can build the supermarket, where can I get this? Not that he's the one that did everything for you. That's different. You still have a part to play. Like I keep saying, you give me money does not necessarily mean that what I want to do with that money will thrive. I might destroy it, I might scatter and waste your money. So
Exactly.
there's still work you're going to do, even
Yeah,
if they
but-
give you that money.
But
There's something
him
called
giving you money
self-respect.
and him establishing a business for you are two different scenarios. Because what I was going against is him now say, okay, I would establish a business for you, and then
He
let's
can't
get
It has to be
married.
what I want,
business
and it has
that
to be
you
the
don't
way I
want.
want it.
All right.
That's it. He can't establish a business of his choice for
For
you.
you.
No, it doesn't
It
have to
won't
be
work.
of his choice or not of his choice. It's just like someone saying, okay, you want to start your business, take 500,000, like you mentioned, investors. Take 500,000. You're the one that will go to the market to go and buy
And
the machine.
everything, yes.
You're the one that will look for. It's different from when someone takes your hand and says, this is a shop, machine is there, generator
No,
is
it's not
here.
all men will actually
this
do
is
that. There
there.
are men who
It's
want you to
rare.
do
Manage it.
yourself.
There is
Well,
But
something
there are some
called-
persons, that's what
there
some
is
men
some-
want to do.
Gee, wait.
Using this
Okay,
last
now, are you
scenario
trying
that
to
I
say-
So
gave.
look at, wait, please, sorry, look at the three of us here. You see these ladies here? We will not collect anything from a man.
No,
that
don't
we do not-
speak. Don't
Wait,
speak
we
for
have talked
yourself.
about this before. Wait, okay, be careful.
No, don't speak for yourself.
No, but she's right. We've talked about
We've
it on the
talked
show
I know,
before.
but please.
and every one of us was on that same page. So
Please,
don't
so-
change
And
it
that's
now.
great. Make up
we
you
will not
somehow.
we will not collect things from a man to make us feel like we are not human beings. If you talk about self-respect, we have it. If you talk about pride, we have it a little because it's necessary.
I have it plenty.
in our lives.
Well,
See,
I
pride.
can't,
wait,
I can't
please,
agree
pause,
with
pause.
that, but leave that one
See,
first.
pride is too much of it that is bad. If you
No,
do not have pride,
even
you
a
do not have
hint of-
self-respect.
No, I don't think,
Wait,
I don't agree
listen,
to that, but
okay,
continue what you're
but
saying.
when it comes to marriage, if you can't allow someone that wants to marry you to help you, please, you cannot be in that marriage. What do you think that is? You are going to share your body, your soul, your home, your finances, your children. You're going to share it with this man and he's helping you to, or investing in your business. If you have too much pride, take it as a loan.
Is investing in your business is different from. See, let me tell you something
What
that you
do
should
think
probably.
this girl-
Maybe
this
you should
girl that
probably
posted-
think
this
about
girl
it
that
in
posted
this
on-
line.
See,
on
let me
social
tell you
media. What do you
something.
think the guy was going to do for her? Just give her the business.
MJ,
Or what will we
Do
say?
you really
take
think that
from
he
the
actually
guy?
had plans to do anything for her, or probably he just wanted her to
He
marry
didn't
him
tell us,
and
so we
feed
don't
off
know.
his
Exactly, we don't
Exactly.
know because
So I
she
actually
probably
feel-
didn't even discuss that with him. We don't know. So we're just
wanted to
talking on
tell us, she would have
assumption.
told us.
on what
If-
she said.
If it was an option for her to, okay, I want to do this, I want to have a stable source of income, I need to have a supermarket, or I need to have a business I'm doing, and the man decides, okay, let me support you so that it fast track
Yes.
your goals
Exactly.
to be achieved.
It's a person that loves
That's
your God,
different
think about
from.
your
I think
dreams.
what Isaiah is getting at is a man that would just, maybe he's a proud person. He just feels like, oh, I have everything.
Exactly where I was going
That's
to.
not what they are looking
Exactly
at.
where
That's
I was
what,
going to,
that's
because
why we're having
I feel
this
like
discussion.
there is a very high level of pride that is coming from a man that would tell you, is it because of business you don't want to marry me? I will establish you.
No,
I
that's-
feel like
They're
that is
making
a
you
very
feel like you
high
have had too
level
much,
of
like
pride.
maybe things
Giselle.
have made you,
Giselle.
or they have compelled
If
you to
A
think
man,
No,
if a
no.
man, if I tell a man that I can't get married to you because I don't have a business to fall back to, it's my reason for not wanting to get married to you. And you categorically tell me that, is it because of business that you don't want to get married to me? I will tell you yes. If you want me to get married to you, and I've given you a reason why I won't marry you, and it's strong enough for me to say no, and to you, my reason cannot even hold water to you, it's something you can trash out. It's nothing before you. And you tell me,
Please go
"Wait,
ahead and
is
trash
it
it
because of
out."
business that you can't get married to me, something that I am equal to your task?" And I say yes. The next thing you will do to show that really you want me,
Yes.
please choose the location, choose the kind of business you want to do, and give me the bill. Go and write your estimate. In fact, write all the
Your budget, yeah.
Your budget. Give it to me. Is it because of business? If you like, add pride and tell me because of business. Uncle, it is because of business. If you want me to marry you, then establish it for me, since I have brought my reason before you that this is why I don't want to get married to you. So the only thing you should be saying is, are you comfortable with the man that you want to get married to? Do you love him? Does he care for you? Do you also care for him? Not because of the money. If the money is involved and you don't love him, it will not work.
Well,
even if you like,
you
let him
get
open
tired.
mansion
Yes,
for you.
it won't work.
If you don't
No,
love him,
that's
it
a
will
different
not work.
topic entirely, if you
No,
ask
I don't
me.
think it's a different
No, it
topic than that,
is.
because she talked about pride.
and you succumb to it, like you said, exactly what you're trying to say. The
No, I said I was
manner
going
with
to
which,
to
if
get
you like,
at
you should add all the pride in this life.
same time.
You can foot it, okay? If you
Your
put all the
helper
pride-
can come through
What do
anybody.
you think?
Exactly.
What do you think they meant when they say, if you love me, prove it?
Let him add all the
If
pride.
I
If he wants
believe that
you,
if
if he
anyone,
wants you, he will do
if
anything to
anyone,
get you.
no, if you ever put someone in a position where you have to tell them to prove their love to you, I feel that love is questionable because Christ never really. It's something that you
Well,
do.
Christ proved his love.
Well, let me know.
which is what we just celebrated on Easter. So this is where we're going to say goodbye, because I know if we continue talking, we will not leave here, because we already have Isaiah on one side and the two of you on another side. I mean, I'm just in between. Okay, so we've been talking about the place of financial stability in before getting married. Is it compulsory for a lady to have something she's doing before she says I do? Like, if she doesn't have, will she just have to say no, I can't get married to you until I have something stable or a stable source of income? That's what we've been looking at today. I think most of the ladies actually said there's nothing wrong with saying I want to achieve my goals before I get married. But when you meet someone you can compromise for, then go ahead and do it. See, what works for me would definitely not work for you. It might, but it may not work for you. So do what you think works for you. And I keep saying the place of God is very, very key. If you have a strong relationship with God, then please go ahead and ask him what to do. I think that's the best thing to say. My name is Ameze Obaisiagban. I've had Isaiah Urogide, Caroline Okonji, and of course Mary Jane Agemome in the building. Next week we'll be here again for yet another exciting time on the program, Ladies Night. Have a beautiful night rest.